Y'all hear that? We back. Ayo, episode 5, season 2. Gas the podcast, and we are back with another one on season 2. It's your boy Soup, and we are leading it today. Today is the 18th of February, and my daughter is still awake, I think. What? She's reading a book. I'm gonna have to talk to her in a second, but before I go and talk to her, I'm gonna introduce the other hosts. Starting off with Dom. Say what up.
Yo, what up? Hey, tune in. What, this episode 5? 5, I think.
Dang,
5?
man, you ain't hear nothing I said.
Five of them things, man.
Yeah, we only did 5 episodes. Overall.
Gotcha. He ain't state this. We're recording on February 18th.
I did.
Yeah, that's just that.
Dang, I'm missing everything today.
I don't want to put your business out there, but what
Saturday.
you just did before you got on the podcast,
He done dropped some of his brain with it, bud. Hey.
Whatever y'all say, bro. Yeah, hey, we got something good for y'all today, man. Got some topics.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? What's going on, people, man? It's man GP. Man, I don't know what's wrong with my cousin above me here, but we glad that y'all kicking it with us. Episode 5. We're gonna add a little new thing for it today. I appreciate Soup. He didn't want me to feel so left out. I'll let him introduce the segment. Man, we got some topics for y'all. Y'all enjoy, listen, hopefully get some games you want to get in. You know more than what you did before you listened to us.
We are also doing video versions as much as we can. I don't want to make any promises, but I'm gonna try my best to get a video version out every episode, and this one will be no less. There is a video version right now, so check us out on YouTube or Spotify. You can see Don's bare feet right now, but he can't hear that I said that, so he probably won't know that I said that anyways, before we continue, let me just wait for him to get back. All right, so yeah, let's get to these topics. We're gonna start off with a new thing we introducing in season 2 called Sports Minute. GP will lead this, and he will spit Sports Minute stuff as fast as he can if he got something to say. So GP, take it.
Appreciate that, Soup. So here we go. Congrats to LeBron James, NBA leading scorer. I don't care how you feel about it. The man is still top 5, top 10 player after 20 years. This man been playing since I was in middle school, and he's still being talked about. That is impressive no matter how you say it. People want to, I will use a word, but they want to down on his parade just because he played 20 years. Or Jordan would have done it faster if he didn't care for records. I don't care about your daddy's favorite player. We're talking about LeBron James. Congrats to the king. He ain't my king, but I give him that. He earned it. Big moment too, so I'm proud of him, man. I hope he could keep making it even higher for the next person to break it. Not so big NBA news. I just want to give a shout out to my man Jose for the New Orleans Pelicans. The man is a grinder. Don't get a lot of media attention. He just got a contract this year because last year he was on a 10-day contract, then got promoted, and he won NBA All-Rising All-Star. Man, just a real kind of the hard worker story, movie typical role. Didn't have the greatest skill set, but he found his niche, and I'm proud of that dude, man. He really hooping. And of course, Super Bowl went by. Chiefs won. I am surprised about that. I thought the Eagles was gonna pull it out, but they just kind of choked that away. A lot of people are upset about that call with the referee with the holding, James Bradbury. Are y'all upset? Was it a good call? I personally say if it's a flag on first down, it's a flag. A flag in the first quarter, it's a flag in the fourth quarter. You can't not call a penalty. But a lot of people are upset. They say they should let them play. I do think the Super Bowl had a terrible ending because running the clock out to kick a field goal is lame. Let the team get a chance to score. Let it get a chance to score. Don't do the Madden. Like, that's what people do on Madden when you bet money. Yeah, that's the Madden. You don't score, kick the field goal. But outside of that, I think the Super Bowl is good. And that Tubi commercial, bro. That Tubi commercial had everybody's spouses, girlfriends asking, "What are you doing with the remote?" I'm like, "I'm not doing anything." Like my girl asked me, "What are you doing with the remote?" I'm like, "I'm not even touching it." And then I went and touched the remote just in case. So that Tubi commercial was the best commercial. And so that's all I got right there for y'all for the sports take. Tubi, y'all caused a lot of trouble for them 5-10 seconds there.
That's funny. Like
everybody should, bro.
Yeah, everybody said that. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, but I did catch the Tubi stuff. I gotta actually see the commercial because like I thought that was pretty funny how everybody said the same thing.
But they got us, bro. They got us.
Hey, they did. I guess they did what they had to. You know what I'm saying? They got some more
everybody's
eyes.
streaming too. Cause if you had cable, you knew that wasn't happening if you were using cable, but nobody's using cable anymore.
Yeah. Boy, you switched it. What is this? Turn this off. That's funny. Real quick on the part about LeBron, I'll say this. Through my times of being alive and actually watching basketball, or at least being associated with the sport, my favorite, outside of like, you know, the Jordan era stuff, like my favorite like NBA finals was when the Cavaliers came back from that 3-1 and they beat Golden State. And I don't think not a lot touching that, honestly. That was so hyped to me.
First time it ever happened.
First time it ever happened. First time they even beat a team that had the best like record in the NBA. So
history.
Like history. So like, say whatever you want about LeBron, man. Like that. Even I mean, it was his whole team, but still, you know, he was the one that was kind of leading that whole team or whatnot. But seeing that, I think honestly solidified for him, for me, that solidified his legacy. So to add on top of like he's the leading scorer, like that's just more icing on the cake. But people gonna hate. People gonna hate regardless. If people ain't hating, you ain't doing something right. That's all I gotta say.
That is true, and that scoring title ain't gonna be beat probably. It's gonna be a long time for somebody to beat that scoring title.
Yeah, if he stay in, if he ain't retiring no time soon,
it's just gonna keep.
It probably ain't gonna happen, man.
He trying to play with his son, so that's at least 2 years of him trying to keep playing.
Yeah. So and knowing if I was him, I'm gonna make sure I score as much as I can.
He can play with his youngest son too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you ain't lying.
Shout out to LeBron James.
LeBron
James.
Yeah, that's one thing that always stuck with me. I love when people say it that way.
Yeah, LeBron James. So yeah, moving on from the sports minute, because that was like sports 10 minutes, because we had a little bit more to say, but it's all good because you know that's what the focus is anyway. The point is anyway. So let's get to some of this gaming talk. Last time we did an episode, Nintendo Direct happened, but we're not gonna talk about that because it's been so long and everybody already had what they say about that. But it's crazy because I didn't even watch like any of the trailers. I normally am the guy that watches this stuff, but I didn't. But we're gonna talk about gaming impressions first. So is there anything unique we have been playing? I'm gonna kind of lead this off first because I normally ask those guys first, but I'm gonna be a little selfish right now in this moment. Hogwarts Legacy. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy, and this game is probably going to be one of the most successful games this year, behind Call of Duty. Obviously that's the most bought game every year, but it's been getting a lot of 8s and 9s and stuff like that from people. And from what I play, I know Don played it too. We talked a little bit before we started this podcast. From what I played, I enjoyed the game. I ain't beat it yet. I'm more than halfway through. Right now I give it like an 8 out of 10. It does get a bit repetitive after a while, because at first it's kind of unique, but then it gets like a little repetitive as far as the combat. And it's still kind of flashy. I like the combat. I like getting used to it, but then like you can kind of cheese the combat after you get like a couple things, but I'm not gonna go into all that. You can watch videos if you want, but for the most part I like the game. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I pretty much watched at least 80% of the movies. I saw the last movie. I probably saw like the first couple movies. I don't remember everything, but I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. But if you are a Harry Potter fan, more than likely you're probably already playing it, because on my Facebook, I use Facebook as like my local, what is it? Like I pretty much peek into like my local sphere, like people that I know locally, and see like what they're into, their interests, and what's going on. And when I get on Facebook, I see like people that have never touched a controller in their life playing this game, okay? So this game is gonna do numbers, okay? If it's not doing numbers, that's kind of wild. But like people talking about I'm streaming the game, I'm like, you stream? You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me? So yeah, a lot of people are Harry Potter fans, and they're gonna pick this up. And this is only on next gen too, so that's and just in time with like Xbox and PS5s being in stores and stuff like that. So yeah, outside of all that, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but if you are a Harry Potter fan, this is a must play for you. If you're not, I won't say this is a must play. I'll say just watch some of it. It's pretty cool to see like the love letter to these fans. But the game itself as a game, it's like an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna finish it. You know, it's cool, but it's not no review or anything. So Don, what you think?
Like I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I seen the first Harry Potter movie like. I only seen the first movie, and I seen that movie like the day before, like the official release of the game. All right.
Yeah.
But that's when I seen the first movie. I enjoyed it for a movie that came out in 2001. It was still it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. The game itself, though, I'll give the game about like an 8 as well. It is like when you first start playing it, you're like, wow, this is kind of like, it's unique, right? It's unique in a sense.
Yeah.
But then it does start to get the combat does start to get tiring after a while. Like I played the game enough to the point where I'm starting to get tired of the game, right? Like that's the point of the game I'm at now. Like it was new, it was like, oh, this is so cool when I first started playing it. Now I'm like, oh man. But no, it ain't that bad, right? Like it's open world. It kind of reminds me of like if anybody played the open world aspect, if anybody played. It was that game people was calling like a Breath of the Wild clone.
Breath of the Wild clone.
No, so it does the game itself, like the maybe how the characters speak and kind of the layout of it reminds me of
Gods and Monsters or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. That one game from Ubisoft. Yeah, I did play that. I don't know why I played that. It
Phoenix
was fun
Rising
though.
Or something like that.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising. It the open world kind of reminds me of that. I feel like they just kind of fill it with stuff to do, obviously. Right, just to have you do it, but it's cool all in all. If you're a Harry Potter fan, I feel like you'll love the game. The game is fun, but I'm not gonna lie, it will get tiring after a while.
Yeah, I think like this game is not doing anything new. The only new thing it does is pretty much Harry Potter stuff. You know what I'm saying? We've never really seen Harry Potter done in this way. So if you always wanted to be like a wizard with a wand and stuff like that, this is your game. Like this is the game. You actually, like feel like you're a wizard. You feel like you're a student. You go to class and stuff. It's not like Bully. Like the classes that you go to, they're more like a side quest or like a main quest to get like a new spell. But you're not like going to class to get like unique things, or like if you don't go to class, you're not skipping school and stuff like that. Like Bully. So. Yeah,
you need Bully too, bro.
Yeah, and I don't think there are some things you can miss by the choices you choose, but it's not like the whole story is going to be different. Like, just so y'all know, like it's not like a Bethesda or a BioWare type game like Mass Effect where your choices matter that much. Like the story is pretty much the same. You still like if you get dark arts, magic and stuff like that, you can still like. The story will still pretty much continue. The main story, anyway. So some of the side content might change up just a little bit, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter like who you join, like what class or what. I don't know their names, like Slytherin or Hufflepuff. It doesn't matter which one you join, really. Like it's really just like, okay, you get to wear their outfits and stuff. Everything else still happens the same. I'm pretty sure.
A lot of games fall into that trap though of like. Even if it was something kind of fresh and I'd say unique, when it's a repetitive type of thing, it gets tiring after the first few days. Like the first few days, oh man, this is great. Like even when I was watching reviews, the first 4 days, let's say 4, like you said, people who I didn't even know had a game system were saying, "Man, this game is awesome, man." I'm like, "What you playing it on?" Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, for real, just confused. And I had people who I know who are only pretty much Madden heads or 2K heads. They was like, "Man, should I buy this game?" And so to see the interest in Harry Potter was first shocking, and then to actually see people playing it was like, wow. But then, of course, like I said, like next week, do the game still have your attention like it did before? Maybe for some, but once again, I see a lot of games fall into that trap of, if you're not really bringing new things, it don't have to be huge things, but just new things in the game mechanics, and it's just more of a repeating rinse. It just, at some point, you just like, here we go.
Yeah, it's I call them checkbox simulators. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Go here, do this, and then go listen to somebody and checkbox and keep doing it. But it's cool. You get to fly on a balloon or a broom and stuff like that. It's cool. Quidditch is not in the game, and apparently they might not be adding it. Like for real. Like they have no plans right now. But WB, like y'all need to get on this. This is how you make money. Like you pour into it until people don't want to put more money into it. Like that's how I don't know.
Is that the name of that game they play? They be flying around.
Yep.
Quidditch, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, that's a miss up there. People were talking about that before the game was even out. That was the thing.
Yeah, real quick, yo, Mike, can you put it further down?
Oh, my fault. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, you sound a lot better now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. But no, that's a game that people were talking about before this game even came out. Was, are we gonna be able to play that online or?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it was an actual game, right? Like it was an actual game on its own.
Yeah,
Just
a long time ago.
Like
a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's actually playing that, bro. That's funny.
Yeah.
What you see it on Twitch or something?
Nah, I seen it was somebody made a YouTube video playing the old Harry Potter Quidditch game or something. And then they was playing it, and that thing looked like.
Oh, it's doo-doo. It's doo-doo.
Looked like
but back then,
yes,
bro, back then, yeah, that was fun. Me and Trey used to play that. We had
y'all had it?
We rented. Man, every game we had, we rented, bro.
He's a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, Trey's a huge Harry Potter.
He's a huge Harry Potter.
I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's as big as Harry Potter. Bro,
I'm not shocked. I just didn't know. Like, wow.
It's
Man,
a
he used to
side
watch
story.
Yo, go ahead.
I know I was gonna say side story. I remember one day, Trey used to, for some reason, like to sleep in random random floors in the house. He'd be sleep on, right? I remember one day he was sleeping like the area between like the dining room and the living room. He was sleep on there. That man was having like a sleep talking dream. He was playing Quidditch with Harry Potter, bro.
That's funny. Yeah, he be sleep talking. He be sleep talking, sleepwalking. Crazy.
That's right.
Zombies. We some just straight zombies, bro. I don't know if I said this last episode, but I did finish Dead Space Remake. And I just want to say, it's fantastic. 9 out of 10. They made changes to Dead Space Remake. Like
Clear
not,
go, bro.
Yeah, my bad. Not a lot of changes. Not like ridiculous changes where the game don't feel the same. Like if you haven't played the original, you probably won't even notice that that the changes unless you go back and measure it. But like the changes are great. It make this game look so much better, play so much better. I actually love this game. This game is amazing. It's definitely a recommended game.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely recommend this game. It gets better. It just keeps getting better. The game just keeps getting better until it ends. It's like a 10, 11 hour game too, so it's not super long. But it never ceased to like not be scary. And I'm not saying like oh my gosh, like if you are like genuinely scary, like you probably won't finish this game because it keeps like getting to you. It's like, man, like this is like you never know when something's gonna pop up, and then like when it does pop up, and it's just like, man, this is like, oh man, I don't know. But then you take them out, and like every room you go in, you be like, okay, there's an explosive thing over there. There's something I could grab and impale them over there. I got this many bullets. There's something in front of me. If it pops out here, you like kind of like after a while you kind of have to think like that if you play on hard mode, because it's easy mode it's too easy. But like when you actually playing like where you can actually lose, like man, you strategize in every room. Like okay, maybe I can exit here, maybe because like there's a lot of things you can use in the game to make you win. But if you're just gonna use your ammo, like, and like if you are actually playing on a level where like you don't have that much ammo, or like there's a lot of stuff going at you at once, you know, you gotta slow down time, you gotta grab something and impel something, you cut one of their arms off and throw that at the other one. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love the game, bro. I love the game. 9 out of 10. I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know why. It's just sometimes 10s out of 10s is like, even like Elden Ring, I couldn't get that a 10 out of 10, but I love the game. So it's something about the game that I can't give it a 10. Like it got to be like a very special, you know, like The Witcher 3 is a 10 out of 10 game for me. Like it felt special. Like this, it felt special, but not that special. But recommend it. Definitely play the game. Buy the game. It's cool. It's funny. Like at one moment, like I was like deep in the game, right? And I passed through this level with a bunch of dead bodies, but you gotta backtrack. So I backtracked, and this door opened. It was this dead body. It's a bunch of dead bodies in this room, right? But the door opens, and it's this dead body in front of the door. I was like, now that dead body wasn't there before. I'm pretty sure. But I walk anyway, and lo and behold, dude, it's a freaking monster. I was like, I knew it, cause like the game hasn't gotten me this whole time with like random dead body. If I see a dead body, I'm shooting it. If it hasn't been there or it looks suspicious, I'm gonna shoot it. But this one time, it was just a room full of dead bodies. But this one I was like, yo, this one, there's something on with this one, man. And it definitely was something up with that one.
So the dead body that was in front of the door, that was an actual enemy, or
yeah,
that was actually
no, that was definitely an enemy. Yeah, and it's funny because when I passed it, cause like I'm very good at noticing like something small changed, right? Mm-hmm. And I saw, for some reason my brain was thinking, but my hands was not like not with me, right? It wasn't like it didn't stop. I kept walking. I was just like, you know what? That dead body, I'm pretty sure that dead body wasn't there.
It wasn't there before.
Yeah, lo and behold, freak just jumped up, bro, and just attacked me. Bro. I knew it, bro.
That's funny.
And it was towards the end of the game, man. They still throwing stuff at like that with shit. They don't do it often though, but it's like, you know what? They do it just enough, man. I love it. I love the game. It's perfect.
I do like that. You can appreciate that. I can really appreciate that. Making you pay attention to the little details. It can make your game easier or harder.
Yeah. Beautiful game. But yeah, enough about Dead Space. I love that game. Dead Space remake, nice. What else? Oh my god. Alright, guys. Alright. So last year we had a podcast episode. Maybe it was this year where we talked about games that we was expecting or excited about. This is not it. Where is it? This is it. I got it up on the podcast video. Wanted Dead, guys. Wanted Dead was this game that was created by the devs of Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden Black was like one of my favorite games back in the day on the OG Xbox. It's fantastic. It's actually very playable today. It's a difficult game, but it's like combat heavy. It's kind of like Devil May Cry if you don't know, but like Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, same devs, they made this game. This game is straight cheeks. And when I say
it's gonna be 2 for 2, man,
dog. And it's crazy because I saw gameplay, I saw comments, and comments were like, it was kind of like, y'all. It's kind of like, I was like, you know what? It's kind of like, but like, I feel like maybe it's just okay. Because the game, like, looking at it, it kind of gives you that vibe like it belongs on like the PlayStation 2 era, right?
Right.
And that's fine, you know, like, but the thing is, like, what I hated about the game, I played 30 minutes of it, and I got my money back from Steam. What sucks about it is there's no combat, no combos really. You got like a counter, which is Y, and Y is like this pistol. You shoot your pistol just like once. It's kind of like a stop, like a hey, stop attacking real quick. And then you have X, which you fight with your sword. So there's like a XXX combo, and there's like a XYXXX combo. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's no other like real combos. There's no uppercut, no aerial combat like that. It's just straight that. And then and then the enemies all kind of have like the same death yell. Like, you ever hear that? There's a typical yell that I think it originated in Star Wars. And I can't do it because I can't make the sound. But pretty much imagine that same yell, just maybe in like 2 different tones. And oh my god, and there's so many grenades that your team just yell the same grenade, grenade, grenade. Literally, like every 10 seconds is grenade, and then it's going off, and then your ears like they do that little like when you hear something really loud, your ears start ringing. They do that.
Right, start ringing. Right,
yeah, they do that like every 10 seconds, and then like if you shoot, like you are going to get shot at. But if you go fight, they don't really shoot at you. You know what I'm saying? They just let you slice them up. But then it's still difficult. Like the difficulty level is it just spikes here and it's random, and then like it's terrible. It is terrible. I hate this game. I hate this game. This is, I can't really rate it because I ain't played the whole game, but I saw some gameplay of a boss fight because I didn't get to no boss fight. I saw like 2 boss fights, man. This game is, avoid this game, bro. This is so weird because some people really like this game, and they saying that like the people that like it, they was like, you know, I like it because it feels old, and like maybe people are just used to like these new high energy games. Like, nah, bro, this game sucks. Like this game sucks. It got a fighting game with 2 combos, man. Would
it be acceptable back in the day?
No, like, that's the crazy thing. No.
You saying it wouldn't be acceptable in those days?
So it would probably get like a 6 out of 10. It'll probably get the same score it got now on Metacritic, if it was released back in the day. Cause like, it's like, I don't know, dog. There's no combos. The fighting feels weird. The shooting is awful. Everybody is bullet sponges. It's random difficulties. The boss fight. Oh my god, the voice acting is atrocious. It is like we could do better voice acting. Like right now, we could voice act for this game and probably do better than them. We just make our own.
It couldn't have been that bad.
Go look at it. Go look at it. I was looking for the Japanese voice actors. I was hoping they had it. They didn't. It was terrible, and then the story is terrible. Like the cutscenes are long and drawn out. It's about nothing, bro. I played it for 30 minutes. I couldn't play any longer. I wanted to. I honestly couldn't play any longer. And I play a lot of games, man. Honestly,
you're not going back there.
Nah, I'm not. Even if it's for sale, I'm not. Yeah, it's like 8 hours and it's $60. On top of that, it's like an 8-hour game. It's $60. It's terrible voice acting. It's terrible combat. It's terrible shooting mechanics. The only good thing about it is its potential. Like, I think that's why people like video games sometimes. I feel like they were like, man, I like it because of its potential. It could be so much good, so much better. Like, it could be so much better. And like, I'm gonna just think, I like potential, so I'm gonna keep playing it. And people fall in love with potential all the time. That's why they get, they break up in their relationships and stuff. But anyways, yeah, man.
Wow, that went deep.
I'm just saying, people do. People like potential. People really like potential. I don't like potential. I see potential, and I see potential as disappointing. Really disappointing. This game is hella disappointing, man. It just feels unfinished. Honestly, it feels rushed. I don't think it's not unfinished. I think it's just rushed. I think they was like they was running out of money, and they was like, release it. Like, we gotta get something.
Right.
So, like I said, like it's honestly for people that either don't play games, they don't really play games like that, right? Or they like potential. If you like potential, this is the game for you. Okay. But yeah, I know Don said he was talking about she was playing Wild Hearts, right? Don.
Yeah, I played that a little bit. Because they got that what is it called? They got the EA with the EA Play. You can get like a 10-hour trial of the game.
Yeah.
I was having a talk with my friend about it today because he said he's been playing it. I, for one, think it's it's mid. I feel like it has, like you said, potential. The game has potential because it's kind of like Monster Hunter, right? But it's open world, and it's made by the people who made this other type Monster Hunter-ish game It's called Tokiden, right? And it's made by I guess published by Bandai. But if you play those games, it's like a faster paced Monster Hunter, where I feel like your hits don't feel like it has like any weight to it and things like that. It's not even like you're hunting monsters for real. You're just beating up big monsters, comboing big monsters.
So it's kind of like Rise then, because you're not really hunting monsters in Rise.
Yeah, in Rise you ain't hunting monsters, but it's like if I had to choose between the two, I would rather probably play Monster Hunter. Also, right now the Wild Hearts is really poorly optimized
really
for a game that's made by like what you call it, AAA studio. It's like horribly optimized, right? And then it was like showing like the minimum requirements, like the absolute minimum requirements to play the game is like a RX 5700, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was showing that as the minimum requirements, right? I was like, golly. So the game, it's kind of like luster, I feel like.
So outside of the graphical letdown, what is something you say you like about it? And I do like about it.
Yeah. All right. So I guess
just check box stuff. You gotta go in.
So if you like Monster Hunter, you will more than likely like this game, or not think it's a bad game, right? But the only thing is, it's kind of like it's unique, right? But then it's like it's hard to explain. It's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but what do you like? What do you not like about it? Yeah, what do you not like about it?
All right, so
what makes it worse?
The hits don't have weight.
Okay, so you don't like the hits.
Let's see.
Because a lot of people like this game.
Yeah, I don't see how a lot of people like this game though.
Yeah, that's the argument. You have to argue that. Like, what's your stand?
Yeah, why wouldn't people like this game?
Because if you like Wanted Dead, I love that conversation. I love it. I can tell you exactly what I don't like about that. Everything. Okay, what about the monster design?
The monster designs?
I heard that was kind of weak.
Yeah, you get like one of the monsters. You get a chicken.
Yeah, it's just like fighting regular animals with just like
you get like a big behind like rhino with nothing but moss covering it.
Yeah,
I feel like there you go. The thing that makes Monster Hunter is Monster Hunter, right? All the monsters are unique. Well, this game, all the monsters are different. Yeah. But
they're not as cool.
I feel like the Monster Hunter monsters have like a character to them,
Yeah.
Like you can get the character from the monsters. It's like you can feel the life coming off a Monster Hunter game, or like they try and put life into a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah.
And this game kind of feels like a copy of Monster Hunter, right?
Okay.
But you're fighting these monsters with the big weapons. All the weapons in the game are literally copies of the weapons from Monster Hunter, right? Like you got a big katana, a big greatsword, a bow, a hammer. Got the dual daggers, right? And they run exactly how they run. I guess it's kind of like Monster Hunter, but then you take the life out of a Monster Hunter game, right? And then
I heard the best
speed everything up.
I heard the best part is like how you could build like the little wooden structures.
Yeah, that's cool and all. It's a cool mechanic.
I think you're a Monster Hunter fan, man. I think that's what it is.
Nah, I just think if you don't like if you haven't played a Monster Hunter game, I don't think you'll go into this game and like this game, right? Like if you like Monster Hunter, you will think the game's okay, or you will like the game. I don't see how people. I haven't seen anybody say it's better than Monster Hunter, at least.
Yeah, that's true. I say that. I
it's
think
kind of like Monster Hunter.
Do you like Monster Hunter, or is it more so
I
like?
like Monster Hunter.
So,
right?
But when I say do you like Monster Hunter, have you played? You only play World and Rise?
I also played like Generations, which was it was one of the older ones. It's not like too old, but I think it came out like on a Wii U or something, right?
Did you play it a lot?
Yeah, I played it a lot. I pretty much beat the game. It was even to the point where like, how the old Monster Hunter games, you would run into an area,
yeah,
and you had to load while going into that new area.
Okay. Well, all right.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's more of like you're hunting monsters in Monster Hunter, right? You get that's why I like World more than Rise, right? You actually feel like you're hunting the monster. You get the tracks, you collect this, you find a monster, find maybe prey is killed, right? And then you go, and then the worlds in Monster Hunter feel lively, right? You got all kinds of other creatures in the world. You got like the big monsters in the world. I don't know. It's hard. It's like hard to explain. Like you would have to. It's like if you play Monster Hunter, you would kind of understand Monster Hunter. Then you would see this game, and it's like they're building on the tracks to be Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But then they're like missing some of like the life that makes Monster Hunter, likable, right?
I don't know. I guess.
It's hard to explain. It's hard to put in words.
Yeah.
And then, or if the combat is good enough, then the bugs enough will lower the score of the game a lot. I recorded a clip, and it was literally snowing in the game. It was so bad I couldn't see my character.
Yeah, I heard that sucks too. The snow.
Like the rain and the snow was horrible. I couldn't see my character at all.
Yeah, it was like that GTA San Andreas remake.
It literally looked like that. I was like, bro, what is going on, bro? I was like, cause it was sunny. I go into this area. My character disappears behind snow, rain, sleet. I don't know what that was, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play this. I'm not like a huge fan of Monster Hunter, honestly. So, I'll play World 2. Apparently, World 2 is in development, but we'll see. Apparently, that might be some news about that might come out this year.
Okay.
But yeah, I like World. Rise, not so much. I think Rise is more. I literally just go just to fight. I ain't doing nothing else. We don't even play it that much, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to GP, you playing anything new?
Man, no, but I've just been getting on my Battlefield lately.
Okay.
As I've already shared, but no, nothing new. Nothing new.
Yeah, you went off one game. You're not here. Battlefield professional.
Hey, bro, I don't know. I thought I was playing computer was so easy.
He said he ready to pound the helicopters.
I got screenshots. Oh no, bro, I never get ready for that. Even on the old ones, bro.
Yeah.
Don't put me in that situation. We crash it every time.
Yeah.
I remember when Battlefield 3 first came out, man. That was horrible.
Bro, it takes some skill to really fly and actually be useful in the air. Man, I ain't never wanted to get that skill. I'm gonna try it though. That's a good point, Suit. I'm gonna try it. My next goal.
I wasn't useful.
Yeah. But to move on some more news topics. So like I said before, the Nintendo Direct happened and we had some cool things showed. I didn't even watch it, but I did see that a lot of people was talking about the next Zelda. Oh, it's going to be on the Switch. It's going to be $70. Now, I guess before I state my case or my experience with my thoughts on this, I wonder what y'all think about Zelda, the new Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom being $70 on the Switch. Not new hardware.
Let me take this one. Let me take this down.
Right,
Since you've already, shared your opinion of the fake Monster Hunter game you dislike.
I dislike it. I just said it's like it's pretty mid, bro.
Yeah, pretty mid dislike. So I'm not shocked that it's $70. So I guess I want to make sure I preface it. If I'm not answering your question, you can correct me when you can speak, Sue. But I'm not shocked that it's $70, especially knowing that Breath of the Wild was such a hit. That, I mean, people to this day is still telling me, hey, James, I'll let you hold the game just so you can play it, so you can get this new one. Or I don't know if the stories connect. Really haven't done no research. I know it comes out May 12th. So if you're looking for it, it's going to be a little while, but not too long. May 12th is his release date. The game is a hit. The franchise is a hit. People gonna go to that game just like people go to Madden, just like they go to 2K. And this game, it's been what, 4 to 5 years since Breath of the Wild came out. So Nintendo never been cheap. Their old games are still like $60. I wouldn't be surprised the old games went up in price. You look at like, bro, it's been out 4 years, how it go up $10? It's Nintendo. So Zelda being a big hit in that its last game was as popular as it was, not surprised that they got it up to $70. Is it worth $70? I ask y'all the question: is Breath of the Wild worth $70? After playing it and beating the game, was it worth $70? And if you say yes, then a lot of people gonna be banking on this game being equal or better than that game. So, no, I'm not surprised. Nintendo is known to not be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say cooperative, but they're known not to be cheap. So,
they're penny pitchers, bro. Mr. Krabs.
Hey man, every nickel. Man, so SpongeBob.
Man, they just believe they're proud of it, man. You know?
Hey, that's good too. That's good too.
Hey,
you do gotta do that, yeah.
They value. They're like, yeah.
Hey, I do want to rebuttal, right? I do want to say something about that, right?
Say what
you know, PS4 games, right? Xbox 360 games, they were $60, correct? Like, right? It took them to make a PS5 and the Xbox Series to finally bump their game up $10, right?
Okay.
Do you think Nintendo has done anything remotely to what they have done to make their game increase in price?
As far as hardware system upgrade, no. But my only, I would say, not even a rebuttal. People still bought Pokemon, and Pokemon was having issues and different things going on.
That's another topic, bro.
Listen, no. But what I'm saying is, Nintendo they already got the fan base that's going to pay for games, even if the hardware and those things does not upgrade. They have loyalty.
I'm not arguing like the people will pay for the game. I'm just asking, do you think that them increasing their game's price to $70 to match, the Xbox and the PlayStation, you think, or how would you say it?
He already answered that question. He answered that question.
They're getting, all right. People are mad at their price tag, right?
Hardware, no. Upgrades, no. Like the graphics is worth $10, no. Like anything physically, the game mechanics, how it feels when you press the button, did that go up compared to a PS4 to PS5? Heck no. No, not at all. You're right on that.
And looking at it, bro, it seemed like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't understand what took them this long to make this game, right? Looking at it, it seemed like they included a lot of the same models from the old one, bro. The game hasn't changed graphically or anything.
Oh,
just man. They just in the air at this point, bro. Like, I ain't saying the game won't be good, bro, but I don't see what can, I guess, validate going up $10 whole.
I got a coworker who would probably, like, if I shared this with, she would be looking at you with the meanest face right now. She's a huge Zelda fan.
Bro, I have a friend who, the moment the game was available for pre-order, he pre-ordered the game. He's like the biggest fan of the first one. I'm like, the game is good, right? But it's not like a breathtakingly good game, right? Like, it's good.
Breath of the Wild?
I think it's good, yes. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10 worth.
Did you beat it?
I beat it, yes.
Soup about to defend Zelda?
No, bro. I love Zelda. I love Zelda. I love Zelda, but I'm not like the biggest. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm like a Zelda prophet or something.
When I was talking to you about the game last time, you was like, "What did they do that was innovative?"
Okay,
like you said the open world
like
wasn't that good.
It is though. It is, but listen. One thing that I love about Breath of the Wild, and that it did innovate on, was that it's free. It lets you be totally free. Like, you have the choice to do. My whole gripe was it's just way too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just way too long. And it's too long because, like, a gamer like me, I want to experience at least most of the game. I don't want to go straight to the boss, even though I could, after beating like 2 or 3 dungeons or whatever. Like, I want to experience like most of the game. Like, and to experience most of the game, it's like 100 hours easy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was my gripe. But, like, the game mechanic itself, like, you really you fire, water, how all that just kind of like works. Like, it's pretty cool, man. I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
I think I could see why people would give it a 10 out of 10. 100%. I can see why people would give it a 10 out of 10. If somebody would say, came in my room like, "Yo, Zelda's a 10 out of 10 right now," I was like, well, I can't argue that. I can't. I really can't.
I guess it's a good game.
What was your gripes on it then? Cause you liked it more than I did.
I did. I really enjoyed the game. I thought the game was a good game. All right.
Confusing, man. How y'all switching like y'all stance? I feel like y'all was opposite when we spoke about
That's what
this.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure
I
out
don't
why he's
think
like.
it validates going up $10 in price. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
I can respect that. When it was
The
60,
game is good, right?
All right, so here go my.
And then you can't complain. The hardware is on. You can't complain, right? I guess the only thing I guess it lacked in was graphically and the world being empty. I guess, right? But you can't complain. I guess.
Got a couple of parameters to shoot at you real quick. Couple arguments. I'm gonna give you my experience. So I was at first a little bit upset because I am a hardware graphics person first. Like I really like, and I'm not saying like, I just want the game to run 60 frames per second and it look smooth. It ain't gotta look like Gears of War or Dead Space Remake or even Callisto Protocol, because that's one of the best looking games I've ever seen. I just wanted to run at 60 frames per second, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, so to see that this game that's not going to run at 60 frames per second, it looked exactly like the last one with the same models, etc., etc. Yeah, I was upset at first. Now I'm not as upset because I saw a couple arguments which kind of made sense. If we look at all these experiences that we have nowadays, like look, just for example, like a lot of these games they charge us $60, but they asking for like DLCs or like extra editions to play the game early and trying to sell you stuff left and right, and you missing even Hogwarts. You missing a mission if you don't have it on the PlayStation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they and then like it's kind of like, is Zelda really ever doing that? No, you get in the full package, and they're not trying to sell you a battle pass. They're not trying to sell you anything extra. You know, they might sell you DLC along later, but it's not like you getting the full game right then and there. Like there's no hidden stuff. And that made me kind of realize, you know what? I could kind of respect that, you know? Like, they just said, hey, here's an extra $10. Like, we believe our game is worth an extra $10. We're not charging you an arm and a leg. We're not saying you get the game early. We're not trying to sell you anything extra. So I'm like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I can get behind that. Another thing I can get behind is that games wasn't always, like, not $70. Like, there's... You know what's funny though, man? People always bring up these freaking Twitter gamers, bro. They bring up this same old tired behind advertisement where they show Super Mario 64 and this Nintendo controller, and they got a $70 price tag on it. I'm like, okay, yes, you can use that to argue. Can we please find like another sheet from a magazine to argue? Because they use the same sheet on Twitter to argue this $70 price tag thing. Like, bro, can y'all please get some originality, bro? Somebody get this, get somebody else, get something. But the argument basically is games has been $70 before, like before even all this extra stuff. So, and I get that too. Like, it is what it is. So I'm not even upset. I mean, I was gonna buy the game and play the game anyway.
I'm still buying it, yeah.
But am I mad at the $70? Not anymore. I mean, I'm gonna support the game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. I just want the game to run at 60 frames per second. That's all I ask, bro. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, it ain't not definitely gonna be running at 60 frames per second.
Hey man, y'all notice when Soup been trying to do these frames per second, man, his stuff been timing out at the most.
I don't know what you
No man, you getting too powerful, Deku. You getting too powerful. You can't handle it. Exploding on yourself.
When these taxes come in, it might give you more powerful. And I ain't buying nothing though.
Nah, let me ask y'all this before we move on. Are y'all getting like a hard copy? Because if so, let me hold it.
No, maybe. I might get a hard copy, but I'm probably gonna let you hold it.
You said you probably
I don't like letting people borrow stuff, bro.
He said he won't let me. He
I don't know. I let you borrow, bro. Last time I let you borrow. I ain't gonna get
you got it back in one piece. What you mean? It was nothing wrong with it. It was a whole laptop. I had it for a while.
Yeah, I got it back in one piece, but the purpose was used entirely.
Listen,
it was not.
I use it. I use it for GTFO. I use it for GTFO.
Let the man get his waves, all right?
I'm not gonna get into this. Anyways, I don't know if I'm getting it. I really don't know. I know where I'm playing it at, though. I'll tell you that.
I kind of miss buying games physically, like the cases, man. The cases ain't that no more.
I do too. Yeah. I used to buy games physically at the and in the back of be in the back of the car reading the book in the game.
Right. That, yeah, make you miss it, huh?
I kind of want to buy like the non-basic edition of certain video games that come with like physical things. Cause I remember like pre-ordering Assassin's Creed 3, and it came with like a special 10 case. Still got that case, man.
Dang,
I wanted to pre-order, bro. I wanted to pre-order SMT5. To get like it came with like a special book.
Nintendo really the only company that's doing stuff like that still with physical games and stuff.
Kingdom Hearts has something going on.
For the most part.
But people be what's it scalping? What's it called? Scalping? Like them special editions of video games, man. It's ridiculous.
That's like messing up for everybody when you start doing stuff like that.
I know Kingdom Hearts came with like figures, like the figures of the characters or whatever, man. I was disappointed.
Yeah. I guess to move on, because we got a good bit to talk about. So Metroid Prime Remastered. Dom, did you play that?
I mean, it came out yet? I thought it came out. Let me make sure.
Wait, what? Hold up.
Wait, it came out?
Yeah, Metroid Prime, bruh.
A remaster.
Yeah, it came out like.
No, it didn't. It don't come out yet.
It came out the same day the Nintendo. Done. The Metroid Prime Remaster. It's been out since the Nintendo Direct. It was a shadow drop.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. It says that make sure.
Bruh. How you gonna? I'm looking at it right now. I know you can't see it, but on the
okay, yeah, it say the physical copy. Well, I haven't played the remaster. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because I basically already played it. Look, I was playing, and it ran in 60 frames per second.
Oh, okay, all right, I get what you're saying.
But no, all right. The thing I'm disappointed is they've been hyping up like a new Metroid Prime game for I don't know how long, right? I don't know how long. And then when they finally released something about Metroid Prime, which is like the first-person shooter one, it's a dang remaster of the first one. They've been hyping up Metroid Prime 4 since before the actual Switch came out, man. I'm disappointed.
Dom, how long has Metroid Dread been talked about, bro? You need to calm down on expectations, because Metroid Dread was like 11 years in the making, bro. Like, that game
listen, they actually released like a release trailer or like a announcement trailer of Metroid Prime 4.
When? Yeah, you don't ever have accurate information. I don't know where you get your stuff from. Anyways, to talk about the actual remaster, it actually looks a lot better. Then because the holy, if you look, I'm looking at this
right here, right? Metroid Prime 4 first. Metroid Prime 4 first look, Nintendo E3 2017. It was literally like a little thing where it was flying through the clouds, and then it had like a big 4. Then Metroid Prime 4.
So it's pretty
2017.
So it's pretty much Elder Scrolls 6, is what you're saying.
Ain't it? It literally.
Okay.
That was 6 years ago, bro.
I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Hey. I'm sorry. You a pirate, low key. You know what I'm saying? A pirate, and you already played the remaster somehow.
Or not the remaster. But
I know what you're saying, man. Stop incriminating yourself.
People go and release textures. Now, people go and release textures for like these old games for like the emulators, bro. It'll be looking good as new.
Yeah.
This game with these dedicated fan bases.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you look at but have you looked at the differences on the remaster? versus the OG?
I did. It look nice, but
Like you see him
I'm not.
compare? All right.
I'm not
we
gonna.
moving on.
Yeah, but I told you I ain't played the OG. I'm not gonna. I would like to get the remasters just to support, but I probably won't. Because I know I won't play it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be getting them. I ain't gonna lie. This one game I never cared. For a series, yeah, I'll let y'all have fun with that.
And it's like
You
a
probably
really
like it.
old style game.
You probably like it, GP.
I might.
Yeah, I think
never
you
know.
like it.
Especially you ain't gonna let me hold it.
Man, get yo begging behind out of anyway. Anyways, real quick, Apex Legends Season 16 released recently. Me and my girl been playing it, and I mean it's okay. All the legends changed. There's a huge patch notes, like literally like almost every legend changed, I'm pretty sure, in some form or fashion. And then rank changes as far as the map changing every 24 hours. There's a team deathmatch now. They got rid of that 3v3 mode. Forgot what it's called. Team deathmatch is pretty fun actually. I like it. It's like, I don't know, man. It's more like up in your face. Like I don't know. I like it.
Did they say why they got rid of 3v3? I thought a lot of people liked that. It made you have to really work. You couldn't just get carried. Being on the team.
I don't know. It probably lost traction. Honestly, I played for a little bit. When we do play it, like, and then we just stop. So it's kind of like, it was cool at first, but then it was like, But I'm pretty sure it's gonna make its way back. But yeah, it probably just lost traction. A lot of people stopped really playing it versus playing the battle royale. So they don't want to have like too many game modes, I guess.
Right.
Because it'll kind of take away, like, it'll split the player base up. So they're just trying to have like matchmaking times as short as, because when it comes to battle royales, like the shorter the matchmaking the better, because you only got one life in the game pretty much. So yeah. Anywho, season 16 is pretty cool. I don't think it ain't nothing to like. It didn't add a new character like the first time a new season didn't add a new character, but it ain't nothing to be like hopping in on this game for, in my opinion. If you didn't like Apex before, or you didn't like how it was heading, I mean, you might like it now, but I'm not like recommending it or anything. Yeah. But
you can appreciate it though.
Yeah, I like them changing. Right. It's cool. It probably definitely makes a lot. It does help. It definitely helps in the rank space, like if you're playing rank or pro. But yeah. So last but not least on the game stuff, YouTube CEO Susan W. Her last name is crazy. Can't pronounce that. And one of Google's earliest employees, one of the most prominent women in tech, stepped down recently. And there's a lot of people talking about, oh, thank God she's leaving and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't really got nothing to say outside of like, I mean, YouTube is not that bad, man. It had its ups and downs, but if you compare it to like other social media platforms, I think it's pretty good. It's just millions of people trying to make money on it, bro. Like,
right.
It's gonna be people that's not gonna be happy, man. So, yeah, y'all got anything to say about that?
Don't forget the new guy found out he like NFTs. He was trying to push for the NFTs previously on the platform or whatever, but people disliked it so much that they backtracked.
So yeah, my thing on that though is the new CEO, his old job was to make the company as much money as possible.
Yeah. So
if NFTs was making like people that had no money into instant millionaires, wouldn't you want to try to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your job to try to get the company as much money as possible. Moral or not, if the NFTs is what's popping, you probably gonna try to get your company on that type of time too. You want to try to catch the bandwagon as well. Like, that's kind of what YouTube is even all about. Trying to catch the bandwagon and like get rich or something. So, I'm not sure if his new job is going to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get as much money as possible. Since like being CEO is more than just, you know, making money. It's all about marketing and making sure the customers are happy and all that stuff too. So yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if the changes will be different, but the way YouTube has been going recently, I could say like it's been trending upwards in my opinion. As a creator, from where it was pretty bad at one point, but yeah. But that's
I remember you speaking of YouTube and kind of as a streamer. There's just better platforms now. When you were talking to me now, and it seems like it has changed. The only thing I would say, I saw that it wasn't really big news for me. I'm only saying this as a conspiracy theories, I would say, but I wonder if something came up and it's just easier for her to step down than for someone to bring it up. I saw her statement. She said she's just focusing on like her family, friends, and starting a new chapter. So it just could be she got tired of the pressures and hey, I just want to step down, get away from it, because Google and YouTube are huge corporations. But if I had to go conspiracy theories, I wonder if something came up and it's just like, hey, we can either make you look bad stepping down or you step down. But I'm thinking it's just, hey, I did this for a while, let me step down. I got my money, I want to do something else, let me go.
Yeah, and actually that's what one of her reasons was, at least that's what she stated in this article. Right. It's saying like she pretty much been doing this for a while. She wants to like focus on her family, health, and personal projects she's passionate about. And honestly, if I was a multi-millionaire, that'd be exactly what I'd be doing. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna chill with my family, and I kind of want to do something I really want. At some point,
how much money is too much money when your kids ain't gonna be the same age forever?
Right.
You know. So.
Yeah. So hey, I get you on that one.
Good for her. And I hope she can be successful and enjoy it. You know.
Yeah. On other news, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Can I start? All right.
Let me preface real quick.
Yeah.
You got a 48% Rotten Tomato meter. I think it's like the second lowest reviewed Marvel score, movie, whatever. But the audience score says like an 84%. And I've been seeing mixed reviews. All right, Dom, go for it.
Okay. So I talked to my friend today, right? I go play basketball today. I talked to my friend, right? He was like, oh, he mentioned he's seen Ant-Man. I was like, oh, that's cool. How was it, right? He was like, he said to first, no spoilers. He said compared to most Marvel movies, it was like probably the least amount of action in this movie, right? And he said for the first whole half of the movie, he was trying his hardest not to fall asleep. Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then he said he gave the same thing. I asked him, said the same thing a lot of people said about Love and Thunder. The only good part of the movie is the bad guy, right? People was like everything else about the movie is not good. And then he was like, compared to even the fighting in this movie compared to other Marvel movies is worse than previous Marvel movies, right? And then I asked, hey, what you thought of it compared to Love and Thunder? And he said, around the same. And that's when I realized I don't need to see this movie.
No, don't tell me.
I don't need to see this movie. Okay. He was like the dreaming quality is, I guess, Kane, or bad guy.
Did you see any other reviews?
I have.
Do you think they match what he was saying?
Just about, yeah.
Okay, because not me.
What was you saying?
They were, because Love and Thunder, from what I heard about Love and Thunder, it was just trying to be too jokey. It was just trying to be too funny the entire time.
Oh, I was not saying the movie was trying to be jokey or funny, but he kind of gave it the same ranking.
I feel like that okay, yeah, I feel like that matters, because like it might have the same rank, but doesn't have the same feel, right? Like you might rank it as far as entertaining, but like I don't know. From what I've seen, I just get. Wait, you got something you want to say, GP? Before I go, I guess.
I have not seen any reviews because Ant-Man is my favorite Avenger left, who's currently an Avenger. That's my favorite Avenger. So hearing all this just hurt my heart. I'm going to see the movie no matter what you guys say, so you're not going to ruin it for me. So feel free to be open. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I still want to see the movie. Oh, I did want to respond to what Dom said. I could tell by the trailers that this movie wasn't going to be about fighting. Like, it was going to be not a lot of it, just based on the trailer and based on how this is phase 5. Is this the first move for phase 5? Or whatever, maybe second or whatever. But because it's in the early stages, I kind of got the vibe that this is not going to be based on fighting. But for some reason, everyone want Ant-Man to die. I know Soup said it, the movie won't be good unless he dies. I'm like, literally, I'm hearing this from multiple friends. Like, yeah, Ant-Man need to die. He need to die. This movie be great. So I don't know if it happens, but apparently maybe he's not, because people are saying it's not that great. So he must still be alive.
know, right?
That's gonna be my speculation going there. So,
He'll still be walking.
Yeah, so I still do want to see it.
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I kind of got the vibe. But think of Avengers Endgame. You know, that the first part of the movie wasn't fighting. It was just set up. Boom! You know, this big thing. I don't expect Ant-Man
but
to
I
have
guess it was interesting setup.
Nah, some people still saying it was a struggle too. But all that to say, just because the movie started off slow, it doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. But I can get you if there's no fighting and the movie's not good or funny, then yeah, you don't got nothing.
Yeah,
that's it.
And that's why I was like, I didn't want like Don Friend to make that comparison and kind of lead like people mind astray, like, oh my god, this is worse than or the same as Love and Thunder, and like
right.
And honestly, you know what I'm saying, like they might be two totally different movies, you know what I'm saying, like because if you're going to look for action and you didn't get it, you might rank it like Love and Thunder, you know what I'm saying, but like it's tonally it's a different movie, you know what I'm saying.
Right. Remember, Love and Thunder had good. I say the action in Love and Thunder was at least good.
I'm saying like,
yeah, I get you though. I get you.
But yeah, like I'm not spoiling anything, but like I heard opposite as far as like falling asleep. I heard the first 2 acts were good, and it was the last act that dropped points. And I heard that from like a couple people who do reviews and people who just post stuff on Twitter. They just did not like that 3rd act, apparently. I don't know what happens at all. I'm gonna still go watch it too, maybe.
That's
crazy,
crazy.
man. They really bring it on streaming so fast. Like I'd be like, man, I might as well just wait, cause like I don't know if I'm gonna go see it next week. I got stuff I want to do next week. I'm going for, I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
You said listen. I'm just holding you to. You said you're not gonna see any more Marvel movies. You said that. I ain't gonna see no more Marvel movies.
I said if this guy ain't die. That's what I said. I don't know if he alive. All right.
I'm gonna say I heard. Then in regards to what you were saying, I heard the opposite though. In regards to the people who you say your reviews were, I've heard the opposite from what I was looking
They
at.
said the 3rd was good, but the first 2 acts were bad. Honestly, look, man.
Yeah, I guess it's just all reviews. You got to see it for yourself.
Exactly.
Have y'all seen Morbius yet?
Exactly. Man, I'm not going to see that crap.
I seen my dad in there watching. My dad was disappointed.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. If Dad gives a review, I'm gonna listen to it because he likes anything. He likes anything. If he says it sucks, because like I remember we was watching, I remember coming home or going over there one day, and he was watching One Punch Man season 2. He was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Yo, if he says something, it's bad, bro."
He actually said the Death Note movie was bad too.
He be watching karate flicks with the strings being attached to their shoulders and stuff, be flying across the screen. He be liking stuff like that, man. If my dad watched something, he said it looks bad, and it looks bad.
What is this?
That's funny, man. That is funny. So yeah,
Okay.
I agree with him. Whatever he say, I agree with him. Yeah, I'm gonna still watch it. Man,
I know.
Whatever. They said Jonathan
How
Majors
long
did
is
good.
the movie?
They said like 2 hours, 2 something hours.
Yeah, people say he was the best part of the movie.
Anyways, moving
That's a
on,
lot of
bro.
time spent on a movie, man. 2 hours, man.
Yeah, so recently, probably even today, we got a new John Wick 4 trailer. I didn't watch it, but I wanted to bring this up because I was curious, like, how do y'all feel about John Wick, like, overall as a series?
Overall, as a series, I think is overrated. I think people hype it up a little too much for me, but I also never watched it until I think it was 2021. Me and Michelle binge watched the movies, so we seen one. We saw 1 and 2 was for free. Then the third one, when it came out, we went to see that one because that's why we binge watched the first 2. So John Wick is a good. I will say this: the first movie for me was like, oh wow, okay, I see why people like John Wick. I see why people always bringing up Thanos and the dog meme. You know, like I always kind of got it, so it was cool. And then after seeing the next 2, it does feel the need of an action flick that I could consistently go to.
Yeah.
But I don't go to the movie saying this was a good movie or I'm rating a movie or comparing it. I'm going literally just to see how John Wick survives this time. It reminds me of the old time movies like my parents grew up watching. Like they knew the hero was gonna win, they knew this was gonna happen. You just wanted to see how it happened. So all that to say, I don't even need to see the trailer for John Wick 4. It's not gonna do anything for me. I would probably still wait to see it. I don't know if I'll go to the theater to see it, but once it get on DVD or a streaming service, best believe I would immediately buy it, watch it at the house, and be happy. So that's kind of where it's at for me.
Yeah.
It could stop and I'll be happy, but if they keep making movies, I won't say nothing. I won't complain. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just middle of the fence with John Wick. I know why it still exists. People like that. I do think the creative character himself is cool, but it's just an action flick for me. That's all it does.
Done.
I haven't seen it. No comment.
Okay.
You ever seen any of them?
No.
Okay.
I don't watch
believe
movies
me.
like that, so.
Believe me, it's cool because I'm just caught up 2 years, so I'm not about to act like you.
I watched the first one late as in, but right before the second one came out. And yeah, the first one definitely was the best one, and I honestly think this movie is just it's probably what's the term? It's not culprit, but like when you're a result of greediness, you know. I feel like the first movie was supposed to be really one-off, but they was like, man, it's got so much success, we just got to keep it going. We're just gonna turn it into this pointless action movie.
Yep.
Because the action is always good, but is it really necessary? It's like, no.
Yeah, right.
You know? Now we're at number 4, and like I'm really just here to see the cool combat. So but honestly, if it was in the right hands, I think it could have been better sequels. Like as far as like having a purpose, because it didn't. I feel like they centered like the world they built is pretty cool and interesting, but like I guess the execution kind of sucks. Because you know, there's this organization that assassinates people and stuff, and they got like set rules and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool, and they could have built upon that more, but they didn't. They just kind of said like, let's focus around John Wick and make this guy like, you know, just a madman. You know, I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. And like you said, they could have stopped at 1.
Oh yeah.
But they just kept going, and like I said,
they took the lazy route. They took the lazy route, in my opinion. Yeah.
They just,
They was like, we could make this more deep, or we could just put everything on John Wick because people love Keanu Reeves.
They love him,
And that's why I say this is a culprit of just them making too much money. If they really cared about like the series and stuff like that, I feel like they could have took it to a whole nother level. It could have been like Star Wars level of fiction, but they was like, nope, Keanu Reeves, he's the man.
I will admit though, I like the ending of the second one. I like the idea, but then when the third movie actually came, I was a little like,
that's why
I can't agree with you. The second one's like, oh man, he's about to be what?
Yeah.
And then you get to the third movie and it kind of start off, but then it's just like, man.
This man walking around normal, little kid.
Yeah, like, bro, this not supposed to be happening. So yeah, you right.
Yeah, they were just like, nah, bro, we doing too much thinking here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like,
let's get back to sword fighting and gun blazing. Yeah,
it was like, look, we don't do no deeper thinking than that, bro. But yeah, nah, I probably do like you. I mean, if I'm free or we're free, I'd probably go watch it. But like, it depends on when it comes out, I guess.
Thursday night, $1, like they do the $2 movie or something, but I ain't paying no full price for John Wick. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I say I do it for Ant-Man, but I can't do it for John. I'm sorry, bro.
I still don't know why you like Ant-Man. I'll just let you have it, bro. I really don't know why you like that, man. I never really questioned you on it.
Wasn't Ant-Man and Wasp bad? I'm just asking.
Nah, I mean, I didn't see the second movie. It wasn't as good.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a good. The first one to me was really what they won me over, because I went with no expectations. When me and my homeboy went for the movies that's already out of the main theaters. Yeah. We went one night because our girls was out doing whatever. But I left the theater. Man, was like, man, that movie was funny, bro. Like, yeah, it was good. Wasn't a high-ranking Marvel movie as far as it wasn't a big budget to it.
Yeah.
So it was
the first
good.
one was good.
I remember
but the second one, I ain't watch it.
Because I've seen the second. The problem is I've seen the second one and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I remember like the girl couldn't stay in reality. She was phasing in and out.
Yeah.
The second one was cool, but it wasn't good as the first one, though. It wasn't good.
You watched the first one, it was like, man, it's my favorite Avenger. What?
No. Black Panther was my favorite Avenger, but he's just not in the MCU.
Okay, outside of that, then.
But let me say this. Favorite Avenger is Ant-Man, but favorite hero is Daredevil. Like, hands down is Daredevil. Yeah, I would say I was cheesing when I saw him in She-Hulk. Cheesing.
Yeah.
Every little scene, cheesing.
I can see why you like Daredevil, but Ant-Man,
Hey, man. Ant-Man's so funny to me, bro. And his abilities is pretty strong if he really just wanted to get serious.
Man, sucks.
I'm done with you, bro. Move on, bro. You ain't gonna disrespect Ant-Man like this, man.
I just had to say it. That was funny. Did y'all see that Flash trailer, though?
I didn't see it fully. But that thing looked good from the clips I kept saying. It was Super Bowl, I think. Man, I said, oh, snap. I remember Soup said it's going to be the best movie they made. I said, they might be telling the truth.
Look, as far as DC,
I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, go rewatch that trailer. As far as DC goes, like, overall, I think The Flash is probably I don't really have a favorite character, but if I had to choose, I probably would say him. But I also liked him in the Justice League, both versions. So, I'm excited to see this. I'm going to see this in the theater. But, yeah, man, this trailer is almost doing, it feel like it's doing like Spider-Man No Way Home levels of nostalgia type stuff and like all kinds of cool stuff going on, man. Like, bro,
I can see you right.
And yeah, like this, it might be fire. This movie might be fire for real. What's his name? The guy that's over DCU now.
Talking about James Gunn.
James Gunn. He might be on something. As far as he didn't direct this or anything, but he said he was happy with the way this movie was. He said one of the best movies he ever seen as far as superhero movies go. So
that's what he said. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
he said.
I might have to go to the theater then, because I like I said, being distracted, kids, Super Bowl talking, I didn't like get to sit down and watch it. But when I was catching the scenes, I was like, what the?
Bruh.
Huh? Oh, snap. Like, bro, what's going on? It was so much happening. Like, oh, that's the first commercial for DC ever got me excited. I mean, I'm legit thinking, like, man, maybe I need to go to the theaters to see this movie.
Yeah, it looks fire, man. So, yeah.
What you think, though?
Oh, I thought it looked cool as well. No, I seen it. I did see the trailer. I think I seen it the moment it was put up on YouTube. So it was like doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I went and watched it. I thought it looked good. I was like, it's a lot going on. It looks good. I don't like judging things too much based on trailers, but I thought the trailer did look good for it as well. One thing I thought was funny, it always looks so weird when Buddy got the costume on. You seen that one scene when he was running and they had like the camera like zoomed in on his face. His body just looks, his head compared to his body in the suit just looks so weird, dog. It's funny.
All right,
you know this guy. Yeah.
No, it just looked funny, dog. That man head huge, dog.
Look at LASIK, bro.
He said, I can't even get past his big old head on this scene.
Is that even what I said? I just said I remember that scene being funny, dog. Calm down.
It's cool, bro. It's alright.
Oh, they show like the person be Batman, right? And then
Yeah.
They
Michael
show
Keaton.
different. Yeah.
I think his name Michael Keaton or something.
yeah.
Yeah, it might be lit, but yeah.
Good job, DC. Finally, you finally.
At least the trailer look good.
Don't say that yet, dog.
At least the trailer look good. I say that.
Good job promoting it. Good job.
Yeah,
promoting it.
marketing team, y'all did y'all thing.
They gonna turn into Mortal Kombat, bro. Calm down.
Hey, shout out to the marketing right there. You did
Yeah,
good.
right. Yeah.
You gonna turn into Mortal Kombat, man, but calm down with that.
Right. All right,
Yeah.
man. Hey, shout out to the marketing team of Mortal Kombat too. They knew how to slice that movie up, boy. They showed all the good parts. Lord,
That was the only good part, though.
All 4 minutes of it, boy. Just cut them up.
Yeah, they skimmed through the whole movie to find some good trailer stuff, dog.
bro. They was sweating in the clip, the edit shot, bro. But
How they want us to do this, bro?
Yeah, man. That was funny, bro.
How you supposed to make this look good?
boy, they did a good job. But to move on to real quick, story. Toy Story 5 apparently is in the works. I just wanted to ask, do y'all think they should make a Toy Story 5? I'm gonna just say no, because I like the way Toy Story 4 ended. I think it should have just ended right then and there. If like the whole movie, it kind of didn't fit with the rest of the two, and especially the first two. I kind of forgot how 3 went.
3 was a really good one. You know, that was the one they went to the
3
daycare.
was a good one. 2 was the worst one.
I feel like they.
2?
Yeah. When I say worse, I'm not saying 2 was
really good.
I'm not saying 2 was bad. I'm
Just say
saying
2
2 was the worst out of the 4.
3.
3 was really good.
Wait. 2 is worse. You think 2 is worse than 4?
Yes, I think 4 ended perfectly.
I
If they would have
think,
just stopped.
as far as endings go, 4 was probably the best way Toy Story could have ended. Like for real.
Yeah,
If they
but-
wanted to keep going, 4 is they should have just dropped it. But somehow we're getting 5. Okay, somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how to understand 5.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking my kids to see that one. Whenever that comes out, I'm not going in for myself.
To be honest, though, I was gonna say I don't think they should make another one. Yeah, because what y'all said about 4, if they wanted to, they could have stopped after 3. To be honest,
They could have.
yeah, I don't see
You're
why.
right.
Because
You're right.
3 was so good. 3 was such a good movie.
I gotta rewatch 3, man. I remember
I've seen it
watching
too.
it.
3 was really good too.
I've seen it a few times too.
A lot of people
Yeah.
said that. Now that I remember, that 3 was really good.
I watched
We
3
gonna watch that
on some streaming before Disney Plus. I watched that on some streaming platforms. I was bored. Man, I was into the movie, man. I was like, oh man, they was giving me all of my feelings. But anyway,
Yeah, I seen it in theaters, and then I seen it on Disney Channel, dog.
I do
that's a good
remember
point,
this.
because 3 could have ended, but 4 came out, and then 4 continued it. So I guess they could do it for 5 too. So my answer then would be yes, just because of what Dom said. I was gonna say no originally, but keep making Toy Story. My kids can watch it too.
I also feel like
I'm on.
I feel like it went on
originality.
originally because of nostalgia, because it was a big gap between 2 and 3, right?
Right.
It was a huge gap between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they kept it going because of nostalgia, and then like you said with whatever John Wick about like money at this point, I feel like it's one of maybe their more popular IPs that's older, right?
Yeah, and I just think they run out of originality. They know how to make something new. You know, that's what everything, man.
I think that's true. Yeah.
They just want to keep making renewing new old stuff, I guess. But
Right.
I don't know.
I guess everybody can't be
hire new people, take new risks.
yeah, but even with I feel like it's just a lot of stuff that deals with people not trying to take risks. Video games and everything,
These
bro.
dudes are billionaires, bro. Spend some money.
That's the
Sheesh.
hey, give somebody new some money, bro. All right,
Dude.
pretty please.
This is what greed is, bro. One of the 7 deadly sins. Anyways,
Oh, Ubisoft dying right now, bro. All them games came out was literally the same.
just goofy behavior.
That's I swear, bro. It was like Assassin's Creed, nah, the same game again.
Yeah. I just want to speak on The Last of Us real quick. So we are on episode 6 coming out Sunday, February 19th. Wait, what? Today's Saturday. Holy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's coming out tomorrow.
Weekend, bro.
Or Sunday on February 19th. So far, I think it's pretty good. The episode 5 was the best episode in my opinion. Really nice. And I think it's gonna be 9 episodes in total, ending on March 12th for season 1. So yeah, man, it's shaping up to be a solid video game adaptation, and it's honestly making me like the first game a lot more. I'm thinking of replaying it actually, sometime this year, maybe next year, because I don't know, I like it. It's pretty cool.
On PC.
Yeah, I know, but it's a lot of money. It's coming out on PC.
Oh, it ain't came out yet on PC?
No, they delayed
That's where they. Oh, okay, that's why.
But yeah. That's all I want to say.
I plan on watching it, but I started Tom Clancy Jack Ryan, Amazon Prime series. I've been starting that, but that's next on the list.
Think I should play the game or watch the show first?
Wait. Oh, you play the game?
Yeah, I haven't played. Okay, yeah, I haven't played last.
I said I never played the game, so.
I suggest playing the game. I mean, GP gonna watch TV. But
GP probably never gonna play the game, bro.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I suggest playing the game for you, dumb, and GP, you just watch the TV show.
Yeah, GP's not gonna play the game.
Why y'all keep doubting me, bro?
Cause man, we already know you only play stuff I guess you really want to play, bro. And we be having to force you to play something different that's not GTFO, bro.
Y'all don't force me to do nothing, bro. Just come on, man.
All right. Train derailings. Don, you wanted to say something about that?
No, you brought up the bigger point about it, about how like I guess it's been happening in multiple places. I didn't know about that.
Oh, okay. Real quick, I guess before we talk about anime, it's a random topic, but there's been like a lot of train derailings, and these trains have a lot of toxic material in them, and it's been polluting the air in a couple of states and the United States. But and a lot of people, like conspiracy theorists, are saying, are we having like this? Is something going on right now? You know, blah blah blah. Invisible war, quote unquote. And if you actually look at the news and how they're focusing on, like, the news choose what they want to focus on and stuff, you know. There's a lot of stuff that happens every day, from killings to mass shootings to good stuff to bad stuff. There's no way any news station could capture all this stuff, but apparently this month or this past couple weeks they wanted to focus on train derailings. So if you actually do some research, there are multiple train derailings that happen like every month, and I think there's hundreds that happen in the United States, like pretty much every year. So that's kind of like a fun fact, I guess, for you, for anyone that's out there like going like all crazy in the head, tinfoil stuff. But another thing is, if you look at like a lot of the train railroads, like when the last time you seen people like work on them for real? Like those things are old, and it causes trains to derail like all the time. And there was like some bill that was pushed into law, I think, and not to talk about politics, but there was a bill that was put into law, I think by Obama. You can look this up. To fix like the railroads and to report when there is toxic material being carried by these trains. This law or bill was later repealed by Trump when he was in office, and now we're having issues like this pop up again. But like I said, train derailings happen all the time. These past couple happen to have toxic material in them that the media is focusing on. But all I say all this is just do your own research. Don't read headlines and then go with it. You know, you got to spend some time to actually do research. Like you're writing a paper. Go into the details and look at other stuff. And blah, 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 blah. You'll see that nothing like, it's not a coincidence. Like all this stuff always happens. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, to move on. What's up?
I was saying, do not fall into all that conspiracy stuff. Cause I've been hearing my dad talk about this stuff. I'm like, bro, Dad, you're crazy, bro. I'll be like, just look at just don't look at just headlines. Do some further research. You'll find out more just from looking at headlines than from looking at headlines.
Yeah.
And you'll go crazy just looking straight into conspiracy stuff, bro.
Right.
If you doing it on YouTube just gonna recommend you more and more, bro.
You'll find what you're looking for.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
You'll find
Hey, man, you believe the Earth flat hard enough, you're gonna find enough people believing it with you, bro.
And you'll find the evidence and every theory in the world. So.
And one to kind of add more to that, one thing I tweeted maybe a week ago about like people just like the internet will say be mad, and y'all just be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like distance yourself from like these whole mass groups of like agreeing on things. Like, think for yourself, you know, like everybody be like, yo, like just for example, and just to throw out there, because this has been going on recently, like this whole Chris Brown drama, how like Christian Rock and Blueface, like Chris Brown said that, you know, Blueface and his girl be fighting all the time, and y'all glorify that violence. But when something he did when he was 17, which he's referring to the whole Rihanna fight thing they had going on, they hold that thing over his head for like the last 10, 20 years and stuff like that. He said that's BS or whatever, and to me, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Blueface and Christian Rock or whatever her name is. I don't care about Chris Brown and whatever him and Rihanna did. I don't care about none of that stuff. Like, cause it ain't got nothing to do with me. Cause you know what? I'ma still get up at 6 in the morning and take my daughter to school and go to the gym and come back to work and eat my food and feed my kids and go to sleep and wake up and rinse and repeat and make this money. Cause they ain't got nothing to do with me. And I just don't care. Just don't care, bro. Like, just remove yourself from all that stuff and focus on why you ain't got no money. That's all I gotta say, bro.
I comment to sound that.
Go ahead.
Regarding that, there was an interview Chris Brown did, right? And people took this as fact. He said in the interview that Rihanna said something about her being at fault for the argument as well. Blah blah blah. He was like, if she can forgive me, y'all need to forgive me.
Yeah.
And then people didn't research. People took that and ran with it. But there's no evidence anywhere saying Rihanna said anything like that, other than people just who already want to believe Chris Brown, just taking anything he said and just ran with it. So I'm just taking, just don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Just try to do some further research.
Or just don't care.
Well. But people who I guess who don't have anything going on in their life are going to care. Well, maybe just find something to do with your life. How about that?
Just go, find something else to do. My goodness.
Enjoy your life, man. Your life don't revolve around internet. People on the internet as well.
People be taking them headlines and making research papers on why not to like somebody.
Right.
I don't like you. You over here making these research papers. I don't like you.
People just want to pick a side if you want, bro. All right.
Anyways.
People just want to be a side.
Yeah, man. We on this podcast, bro. We talking about anime next. I want to talk about Blue Lock.
Wait.
What's up?
I did want to bring up the thing about the Joe Rogan thing, all right?
I have no idea what you want to talk about. Go for it.
So there was this, the thing with deepfakes and all that stuff going on in there. There's this thing with Joe Rogan where these people were promoting an ad, right? Mm-hmm. Using Joe Rogan was, he has a podcast. And he had this other guy on his podcast, right? Basically, the whole thing was faked. They had Joe Rogan. It sounded almost just like him. Right, you know how normally people do like the robotic voices.
Right.
You could barely hear any like normal robotic voices in them. Like if you didn't, hear this man normally, you couldn't tell the difference. They made it. The whole thing made it seem like he was promoting the whole product that he never pronounced once in any of his podcasts. Mm-hmm. So people made it seem like Joe Rogan and the guy with him was promoting this like random product. Right. It was I don't know. People saying the product was a scam, but basically it wasn't Joe Rogan at all. Mm-hmm. People was like, the AI thing is getting so crazy, where somebody took that video that's the previous people made to promote it and made it sound even realer with like 15 more minutes of work. I'm just saying, well, the deepfake stuff is getting crazier and crazier. I guess there's another level of not believing what you were saying on the internet, right? And people also made these modders made this technology where they can put voices into games that sound like the character who are already in the game, just to add more content for mods.
To add on to the voice acting part, companies are now doing stuff like sending over contracts to voice actors so they can use their likeness, quote unquote.
Oh yeah.
So they use AI to generate their voice, their vocal tones and stuff like that. So they don't really have to pay them to do like a lot. They just, hey, speak like a couple lines, and we'll put that into like our AI, and the AI will generate like everything else.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. You know the guy who did Darth Vader? You know the guy who's the Darth Vader guy?
James Earl Jones.
Yep. Wherever, I think the last thing they did that had Darth Vader in it, he wasn't in it at all. All right. He didn't say any lines or anything. They took his voice or whatever. Obviously, they sent him a contract or whatever. You know, he agreed to it. But basically, they took his voice, I guess, and everything that they had before, and just deepfaked it or AI'd it to the point where, you know, it could say all the lines that they needed him to say for the new project.
Yeah, they just to add, I won't go too long on this. A couple weeks back, I don't know when this event you were talking about happened, but just a couple weeks back at work, we was talking about how 5 years ago they needed at least 3 hours of your audio to be able to come up with like a 5-minute conversation or a 10-minute conversation. And then just over this past year, now all they need is 3 minutes of audio from you, and then they can basically create whole conversations just from 3 minutes. And how scary, how much they have gone and upgraded this type of thing. Because now you're gonna really have to start doing things like when you call into a bank, they're gonna be like, voice ID. Now send me the password I sent you, because now we can't even trust what you're saying. Like your voice is not gonna be enough because they can just mock it. So it's just getting to a point where even when I call you, somebody like, hey man, this suit, bro, I was just calling. I'm like, what's the password I sent you, suit? Just because I can't even trust the voice anymore. And that's the point we're getting to, where everyone's spoofing everything. You get into a point you have to verify even the simple things. So
I think it's past the point where we should have regulated, because it's out there now, and like if you try to regulate, it's already out there. You know what I'm saying?
It's already out there, right.
Now we gotta, and that's and not when I was studying for CISP, you know, that was one of the things that a lot of the teachers were saying, like, yo, security first. You know what I'm saying? Security first. But nobody really thinks about security. They're just like, let's create this thing. And now we got this crazy thing out there. Now you got. I'm an AI. I was just joking, guys. I wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know it's me right here?
That would freak me out, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Like your screen just start phasing out or something.
Dog, that could be so true right now. And it's just right now. So yeah, it's too late, bro. It's too late.
Sooner or later they're gonna just be able to do it where they're gonna be able to put people's faces on the things live. Right?
They already do that.
They can already do it live.
Right, they do that.
Oh, live?
Okay, live? Yeah, I'm talking about live. Like live.
They probably can't do that now.
Yeah, sooner or later it's gonna be live. Like, cause they already doing like full videos. They got your voice now. They got video. Sooner or later it's gonna be straight live, bro. Sooner or later they're just gonna be able to put your body places.
And that's why you say y'all think I'm crazy not believing nothing. I really ain't believing nothing now. You think I'm dead serious? I'm dead serious. Listen, I see that thing physically in my hand. Like at this point, bro, I don't believe nothing nobody say, nobody do. I don't believe nothing. I don't care. That's another reason why I don't care about like people. Like I don't care. See something on the news, I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, man, just be careful out there, man. Y'all really just stop believing stuff, because stuff is just gonna get worse, honestly.
Trust but verify. That's the thing. Trust but verify.
Yeah. So,
you gonna trust but verify 4 different ways, bro.
I'ma just like, I don't trust nothing. I don't trust none of y'all.
Hey man, knock at my door, bro. You be like, hey, this whoever. I'm
Yo,
like,
is my money in my pocket? That's what I trust. Money in my pocket.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I said I wanted to talk about Blue Lock on anime, but honestly, I guess did you watch the last episode, GP? This game that just happened with the 3v3?
Yes. So not today. Did it come out? When the episodes come out, bro? I don't know.
Well, the last one came. The ending. So the game ended last episode. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's a game. There's an episode that came out today. I didn't watch that one.
I didn't watch that either.
Okay, but you did watch the game in 3v3.
Yes.
Okay.
Long story short, I did like how they made my man. It's like, okay, you ain't gonna change your game.
Yeah.
All right, you gonna play for me. And it's like, oh snap! I do think his demeanor, his tone of character changed kind of fast for me. Like I felt like he went from, oh man, am I really supposed to be here, to like, now it's my field. I'm like, wow, that was a real bit upgrade. I think it happened too fast to me. Like, how did you go from, am I supposed to be here, to you on my field now, sucker, a donkey? You know, I'm like, wow, like I just feel like that was a sudden flip.
You talking about the main character? Or?
Yeah, the main character.
Oh,
the main character.
Okay. Yeah, I can see what you said.
I just feel like, man, I didn't feel like he went through anything yet. I mean, he had some tough games, but
if you throwing it somewhere, you gotta adapt though, right?
I think for me, I don't think it was too fast, because I think I kind of see that in reality from people, man, because I've seen some of these crazy people in the army where like you really tear yourself down and build yourself up. Like, even though in the anime they kind of doing it in an unrealistic fashion, like every episode he's tearing himself down and building himself up. But kind of like in the army, that's kind of what a lot of people do. You know, they like, you literally become like a whole new person essentially. It might not be as instant, you know, but they kind of hinted on him being that way. The last game, Isagi, how like, you know, he's willing to risk it all, you know, no matter what, because even in the first few, the first episode, he lost the game, and he realized like the reason why he lost is because he couldn't change. He always went with like what he always done.
The right play. He went with the right play. He
passed in the first game, and then the teammate hit like the side of the goal, and they lost.
And he was like, I could have just took that shot, but I'm always passing. Like, the reason I failed because I really want it at that point. You know what I'm saying? So he's in this thing where like it's pretty much life or death, quote unquote, right? So I could kind of see why. I can kind of see it.
All it is, they ain't gonna get soccer for the rest of their life, man. They acting like they gonna get they gonna get put out to the Gullah team and get their heads cut off.
They can still go to college and play and stuff.
Bro, that's your dream, bro. That's your dream, bro.
Listen. It's an anime. It's an anime.
Say you want to roll to be in the
league.
Say you about to be in the NBA, bro, or football, bro, and then they got this camp where you go to. It can skyrocket.
That's what passion is, man. If you passionate about something,
I can never play basketball again, bro. No.
If you passionate about something, bro.
Listen, man. Listen. Okay. Let me separate it. All right. So let me just get that point. That part of it was the only thing I'm kind of like, I don't know. But I did like how he did that. Like, how he is now. I like him. I'm not denying that. I do like his demeanor. I just said like how he got there was kind of fast. But nonetheless, the game was cool. I like that dude didn't change. Well, I don't want to spoil. I'm sorry. I like the fact that everyone's changed, but they didn't all start working together.
Yeah.
I did like that. Like, it wasn't like kumbaya. We're one team now, and I learned to play with you. You learned to play with me. We're the best of friends.
I really start watching this show.
So I did like that though. So I did like everyone. Hey, bro, I'm doing my own thing. And if we happen to win together, great. If we ain't.
Or just the thing. I guess I can't ask that. That'd be technically.
All right, don't say nothing, man.
No, I was just gonna ask who is.
Let me say this, man. Let me say this right now, because it's probably, if you're smart enough and you're watching it, you could probably put a lot of things together. So there's slight spoilers right now about Blue Lock. If you could speculate what we're saying, you know what I'm saying, you could probably put at least one thing together. But we're gonna talk slight spoilers as far as like, if you ain't caught up and you don't want no spoilers, just skip. Okay, just skip ahead and check the timestamp, because I want to ask certain things to GP anyway. But go ahead, Dom. Hey, if you're done, you don't ask no dang questions that's gonna lead to like past what we're watching.
No, I was just gonna ask who was his teammates in the 3v3. I forgot. Just making sure.
So that's a slight spoiler for anyone. So
that's why
I already put out the spoiler warning. So it's Isagi, Nagi, and
his name started with
Barrow.
Okay, Barrow. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, all right. I know where you point y'all at.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you know these names, bro.
Yeah.
These characters don't resonate.
Nagi,
with me
Sagi,
yet. I ain't get
Barrow.
the names yet.
They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not bad. They're not.
No. They're not bad. They're not bad. No. They're not.
That's why I like. Another reason why I like the volleyball one. Haiku more. The characters, I like the characters more. They're more realistic. The whole thing is just more realistic.
That's my thing though. Like that part of it is hard for me to believe in the story. I do agree with y'all. Like, is there something so passionate that you put online and once it's taken from you, you know, that's a part of your life gone. But I feel like, to me, the way they be getting so dramatic of not playing soccer again, where you could literally play college or do other things in soccer.
Remember he said,
no, you just can't play in the Olympics.
Professionally anymore.
You can't play in Olympics,
but
you can still go to school and play.
I swear, remember he saying he gonna stop you from being able to
maybe in the manga he said that, but in the anime he ain't say that.
I swear he said he stopped you from being able to join like any professional team at least.
Nah, you just can't play in the Olympics and win a gold medal.
That's why I thought he said you can't play in Olympics, right?
That's what he said in the anime. Like I said, the manga might be different, but it's all translation anyway. Who knows?
Care about soccer Olympics like that?
Who really knows?
My dream.
It is pretty weird. Who do you
it's
think?
a good show, though. It's still good, though.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool.
It is good, yeah.
Who do you think they're gonna choose?
Kurama.
Oh yeah. I think so too, cause like from a story standpoint, he would make the game more interesting. Cause if you chose Orange Hair Guy, they already kind of got a guy like that. It's Barrow.
Right.
Yeah. And the purple hair guy ain't nothing. Like he don't really. He only exists for Nagi.
He's normal. Right. Yeah. He's a normal. Yeah. I really think they're gonna pit my man. Like I said, I don't know his name, but I call him Kurama.
Yeah. What he look like?
Chigiri.
Look like Kurama.
Oh, Chigiri.
Yeah, Chigiri. There we go. I think they're gonna pick him. If I had to bet money, if they picked the orange hair guy, I would be shocked.
Yeah,
because he didn't do anything to me. Besides kind of like being a great team player, he didn't show anything that made me think, oh, I'm gonna pick this guy for our team.
Yeah. But, yeah, nah, they gotta pick Chigiri. And Chigiri makes the game more interesting overall. 30
seconds or less. Did you like the first game though? The first game they played against the other guys?
The super team?
Yeah.
I thought that was stupid. Idiots.
We're gonna go for the toughest group. Let's go for these 1, 2, and 3. I'm
like, they weren't like, we're unstoppable. Yeah.
Dude said, he's like, you thought I didn't see what you saw?
Yo, I know, right? And doing them anime poses, bro. Hey, no, hold up, man. I gotta find that. It's this Tom and Jerry picture with Tom the cat standing with his arms folded. It looks.
That's basically how it was.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna put this on the. I'm gonna put this in the Discord. I'm gonna mess this up for a second. Hold on, man. I'm gonna put this in the Discord. Y'all gotta see this. This is literally how they was posing. Hold up. Let me see if I can show that on the Discord. Do y'all see?
I do see. I see.
They were posing like that. Let me bring this up, bro.
Like every little thing was like, you thought you did something there?
Yeah, we're gonna the 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna take them on.
Then my man got some
bipolar
disorder. I want to mess up. Like, what is going on?
Just dumb, man. That joke was funny though. I
enjoyed it though. But like I said, Don, I will say Blue Lock, I give you credit. I'm glad you recommended it, because the other show you recommended, I was disappointed in your selection.
I was talking about Ranking the Kings.
Yeah, that took way too long for me to watch it. Like, I finally invested, but it took me like 7 episodes to get. I'm like, yeah, way too long. This one didn't take me as long. I think by 4, I think I was like, okay, this might be all right.
Yeah, I think One thing I would say that's kind of like a ding on this show is it's kind of predictable. You kind of know who's gonna win. You just don't know
So
how
far,
they're gonna win.
you have. So far, you heard. Yeah.
Like even this next one, I could honestly feel like I could see Isagi winning this next.
Like, what's the If they lost, it would be
If they lose, we're stuck in this. I don't know. Cause you know what, this might be the first game where I might. Cause like if they lost, then him and his friend are still gonna be kind of like rivals, which they might want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They always like rivals in anime, and right now he's his rival in a way. And I kind of like how they built it up, in my opinion. It's pretty cool. They're like, man, they took my friend, my rival away from me. He's like, hey, man, catch up.
Hey.
He's like, yo.
If you want me back,
Yeah.
hit me.
It was kind of a little sus, but I can see what he said, but it's a little sus.
Man, that's funny, bro. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, good stuff. I'm gonna probably watch the episode tomorrow, cause tonight after this, I'm probably gonna watch one episode of Jack Ryan.
Yeah, I might watch it. We might watch it tonight. We better wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
Go down and watch it real quick. But real quick, I want to talk about My Hero. I watched the latest episode. Slight spoiler alert if you haven't seen season 6, like this new stuff at all. He had a rematch with one of his previous characters. I'm not gonna say who, but it's kind of weak. Not gonna lie. I was hoping a little bit more. I mean, I guess I was hoping a little bit more of a fight. And I didn't want him to struggle against him, but he just one-shot him pretty much.
They had to show the growth, though.
They didn't really show it that much. They showed it too much. I feel like they was like, man, like this man one-shot him. You know what I'm saying? He low-key one-shotted him, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like they didn't explain it well, because I get why he one-shotted him, but I don't know. I was just hoping for a little bit more.
I wasn't disappointed.
I wanted some hands, you know what I'm saying? Like,
my thing was, I got that the first time, which was pretty straight. I don't need a second time. Show me your growth. And that's the whole point of him doing this.
He punched him one time, man.
That's all it take, bro.
That was whack.
I want to see some
choreography. Get some choreography.
Hey, man. This way, bro. It's coming. I've read some of this manga up to this point. Some of it's coming, bro. Don't worry. It's coming. Nah, it's not gonna be sad.
I'm still excited though. I'm still excited to see what's next, because I want him to get more broody. I guess that's the term. I want him to this is a slight spoiler from GP. You said broody? Yeah.
Yeah, you think he's something else, he goes further.
I want him to be a savage. I want him to be straight.
See, you trying to I ain't going that far, but it does go deeper.
Okay.
It did, yeah.
Alright, I'm not saying like he just straight disrespectful, but I want some kind of disrespect. Like a good bit. Like maybe like 50%. He gotta be 100% disrespectful, but like
it's 50%.
I want him to slap somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Why are you being a villain?
I know, right? Yeah, man. Like, why y'all keep get out of here? I'm All Might. I'm All Might, but all negative. Get out of here. Anyway, that's all I got, man. Y'all want to say anything about anime? Period.
I got something. So I've been watching Naruto Shippuden again. Started that back up. We found the easier way to watch it. I don't know why. It's like after the pain part, bro. There's like nowhere to find episodes in English, like on like actual streaming service. Like for some reason, there's like no dub after that fight, bro.
Don't Hulu got it? I thought Hulu had it.
Not in dub. After a certain point, it just stops.
Okay.
Yeah, but nah, so we got to the part where, the 5 Kage Summit, I guess spoiler alert.
But it's Naruto.
Yeah, I was about to say for a show that came out in 2007 and finished what, like 2015, 16? I don't know, but, so we got to the part, Sasuke fought Danzo, then Naruto and him show up. You know, the filler it's not filler, but it's so much flashbacks, bro. I swear, I don't know why. Like maybe it was catching up to the manga at some point, but it was like literally 4 back-to-back episodes of recap, right? Because like Sakura was going head first, then it started showing all Sakura flashbacks with Sasuke. And then Kakashi started going back to catch up. It started showing Kakashi flashbacks with Sasuke that included some of the flashbacks and so with Sakura, right? Then Naruto started to catch up. Then it started showing Naruto flashbacks with Sasuke that included some of the flashbacks from Sakura and Kakashi. And then they get there, right? Naruto and Sasuke clash. And then it's a whole nother flashback with 2 more episodes of flashback with Naruto, Naruto, he narrating it. Then Sasuke get his own part where he narrate those same flashbacks, bro.
Wait, is this the last fight or?
Nah, not the last fight. This is when they,
Sasuke we skipped that.
He beat Danzo.
Yeah.
Then the reason I wanted to see this, right? I obviously, me and I start skipping through the flashbacks at some point. But the reason I wanted to see this, because Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 does that little scene so well. It's probably my favorite scene in any of the Storm games, right? Because it turns that part into like a whole fight.
Yeah.
Right? But then the way it goes through the flashbacks, so then y'all start fighting as kids, and they like running on the wall, and then they just did it so well in Storm 3 that when I watched this in the show, I was so disappointed, man. I was like, bruh, they literally threw Chidori and Rasengan, and then they started talking for a whole 3 episodes about flashbacks. We didn't have to see Naruto narrate the same flashbacks that he just talked about 2 episodes ago. Then Sasuke narrate the same flashbacks over again. Like, stop.
Naruto is one of those animes that is suffered. It's probably the biggest culprit that suffers from like
ongoing, bro.
What's the name of it? The ongoing filler stuff. So they probably did all that just for filler. You know what I'm saying?
It was like, bro, we getting too close to the manga, bro. Let's throw this in here.
So then
you get like,
if Naruto was like a chapter, even Boruto, like if Naruto was a chapter-based anime, it'll be like 10 times better. It's really hell, bro. We skip so much. We skipping stuff through the middle of the episode. Like, like, oh, flashbacks.
If you look through the filler,
we just saw it.
Especially if you just watch Naruto. Now you gotta think though. If you watch it at the time and you actually had to wait a week or something, some of it may be useful because you may forget. But if you're binging it, it's no use. It's no point.
Bro, if I was watching the show at this point, bro, I'd wait a week to see a flashback of the flashback they talked about last episode, but by a different person talking about it. I would be so mad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been watching Naruto, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if they did those flashbacks because like I don't remember how like the episodes were like layered back then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they took hiatuses and stuff. So maybe that's why another reason why they did the flashbacks. Because like even on the paint art, they didn't really have flashbacks like that.
Yeah, it was straight hands.
So that's why I was saying like, and I remember watching the paint art straight through. But like some of these episodes be flashbacks of what just happened in the last episode, bro. I like skip.
Bro, they give you a flashback just for it to be narrated by a different character, bro.
Sometimes when we watch TV, we throw the remote somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Because, we're fine. But now with Naruto, we had that thing right by our side, bro. For real. We got to skip that, man. We got to skip that. You be there all day. You get nowhere on the story watching all those flashbacks.
Bro, the crazy thing is, bro, that after, this part, there's a whole, like, filler section of them going to, like, don't they go to, like, I guess, for Naruto to get his training by B, there's a whole another filler section that has a good number of episodes, if I'm not mistaken. That's a crazy.
I just read the manga. The only time I ever watch anime is when I want to watch certain scenes. Then I go and look for the episode number. But I read the manga, so I finished in 2014.
Yeah, Naruto was what got me wanting to read the manga. They got to that last year-plus long filler of everybody's dreams from the Tsukiyomi, bro. My friend was like, bro, Naruto's finished. I'm like, what, bro? They still going through? He was like, no, the manga. I was like, what? It finished, bro?
Yeah, I was reading the manga since high school. So
Kaguya ain't even show up yet. Kaguya did not even show up yet, and they still going through dreams. Manga finished, bro.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, bro, why is this?
Yeah, I never knew that suffering y'all did, so I feel bad for y'all. But hey,
I just ain't
that's
watching
what y'all wanted to do.
That's what threw me off.
I ain't watching. I just watched something else, bro.
I always say that what threw me off Fairy Tail, bro. Fairy Tail had a year-long filler. I tried to watch it once the filler is open. I forgot what all the characters' main points were about, bro. I forgot the names, everything, bro. I just knew like the main 4 characters.
Yeah, Fairy Tail fell off, but
I was like, bro, it was such a good arc. Then you get like a year-long filler, bro. Like, bro. and then the filler like made characters who already went through their character arc regress. I'm like, what's the point of this filler, bro? At least make it good.
Nah, they don't care.
And then it was a year plus long, bro.
Anything else?
Can we stop 52 episodes of filler, bro? No, I'm good.
No, but he let that off his chest. So,
For real.
I'm just gonna close off on a more realistic, serious note.
Is this closing remarks or?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, closing
remarks.
remarks.
So, I definitely say, man, y'all make sure, besides checking us out and all the other stuff, make sure you making the most of the time you got. I don't know if y'all heard, but I'm in Alabama and there was a helicopter that crashed. And when I tell you all, it was literally 30 seconds from my neighborhood. And I say 30 seconds, but if you're flying in the air, it's more like 10 seconds, where if the plane would have landed 10 seconds earlier, it would have landed very close to where my house was. So they shut down my neighborhood, all that. My wife told me, she said she saw the plane actually come down. She saw the plane hit the ground, then saw the smoke come up and heard the whole crash. Don't know if it's true or not, but my neighbors was saying to her that it looked like the pilot made sure to at least try to land it in an open field because it was heading towards the neighborhood. So, with all that being said, a plane almost landed on my house, or at least within somebody else's house, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So, make the most of your time you have. Thankfully, that nobody in the neighborhood was hurt, but unfortunately, everyone in the helicopter, no survivors. So, just want to say condolences to the family of all those affected. Make the most of your time, man. You know, if you do things, you know, try to enjoy life. Do it responsibly. You know, I don't want you to throw all your life savings away, but make the most of the time that you got. And hopefully a part of that is you listen to this podcast. But on a serious note, you know, if you got a goal, a dream, man, go for it. Go get it. Take care of it. And appreciate y'all for listening. Hope y'all enjoy. Got some laughs. And make the most of your time. That's what reminded me this week after hearing that what happened and everyone talking to me. So go get it, y'all. Enjoy your night, morning, or whenever you're listening.
Facts.
Yeah. My closing remarks. Well, thanks for listening. You know, we appreciate it. I appreciate it, you know. Also want to say I have been going to the gym consistently 3, sometimes 4 times a week.
Okay.
For the past month. I think it's been a month at this point. Yeah. So I've been doing that consistently. So that's the start.
Good
Happy
job.
about that. Yeah, that's my closing remarks. Thank you.
Yeah, I ain't got much to say, but check us out on the socials. Shout out to the stars here. Stars? Yeah. Host. Anyways.
Hey, if you want to call me that, okay.
Nah, you like, I don't know.
Hey,
You an asteroid
be
or something.
disrespectful there.
Asteroid or something. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We on YouTube, Spotify, and if you're listening, we on all the major platforms and stuff that. So yeah, show the love, appreciate the love, show the likes and the comments and everything. Thank you. And this has been season 2, episode 5 of Gas, the podcast, and it's been 2 hours, I think, and we're out. Bye.
See ya.
Peace.